Finally tonight, remembering the civil rights icon Rosa Parks. In 1955, she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white passenger in segregated Montgomery, Alabama. Her arrest spurred a bus boycott that stretched over a year. A bronze statue of Parks was unveiled in the U.S. Capitol Statuary Hall today, a short distance from the rotunda, where she became the first woman and only second African American to lie in repose after she died in 2005. She was honored by, among others,
I'd like to give all glory and praises and honor unto the Most High. And we see this, another civil rights, activist being that passed away, that was given high honors at the Capitol Rotunda. For that which is highly esteemed among men is an abomination unto the Lord, man. What is highly esteemed among men is an abomination unto the Most High, man. You see, they gave her a statue there. Obama was there. You know what I mean? And I heard about her being fake for years now, man. Her story being fake. And I believe that. And now that I'm furthermore waking up, you know what I mean? It ain't hard to believe. Here's her little certificate. She was an Eastern Star too. You know what I mean? Got the arrow right there pointing to her signature. It's all orchestrated, man. You see, they gave her the highest honors, man. Everybody they gave to us was bull crap, man. Everybody. Man. And I seen something that bothered me, man. And it was this. We're gonna get into this clip real quick.
June 12th is the 54th anniversary of the Rebecca Chapter No. 4. The organization was founded by past Grandmaster James Morley and his wife Mary. The chapter is a part of the Eastern Star, which is an adoptive right to Freemasonry and a Prince Hall Lodge affiliate. The lodge meets every second and fourth Thursday at Prince Hall on Blue Hill Road and is the female counterpart of Columbus Lodge No. 16, which is also a Prince Hall affiliate. Rebecca Lodge No. 4 celebrates its 54th anniversary under the leadership of its 24th worthy matron, Tanya Smith Cartwright. And worthy matron Cartwright and some of her members join us live in studio tonight. Good evening, worthy matron Cartwright, and congratulations on the milestone.
Thank you, and good evening, Alto.
Worthy matron Cartwright, first of all, tell us about some of the activities that will be held to commemorate the anniversary.
Oh, we started out at St. Christopher's Church in Lightfoot Key on Sunday. They always say start out with God. We started out with that. Yesterday, we made a visit to Government House to see Dame Marguerite Pindling. That was very exciting, and we actually made her an honorary member of our chapter. Outside of that, today we talked to kids at the Claridge Primary School. We read to them, read a lot of stories to them during their break. They had lunch with us. And we rest tomorrow. Thursday is our anniversary meeting. And of course, on Saturday, we have our famous mystery soup.
All right, enough of that crap, man. Now, you see, man, what bothered me was, how openly they are in the church with the Freemasonry. I was like, wow, it's out there. We all know by now Christianity is rooted in a lot of paganism. But growing up, we didn't know better, man. Even our parents ain't know better. They still don't know better, a lot of them. But Christianity is a lot of paganism in that crap, man. You know what I mean? But you got the Eastern Star women in here. Man, these guys are joined hand in hand. To keep the flock asleep, man. Cooning, man. And basically, you got these guys like, oh yeah, these guys, they may think that they're doing something good or feeding the community. They may not be the ones like really doing any ill will, but it's still rooted in wickedness, man. You know, it's still rooted in wickedness. You can't serve two masters, man. These guys had to take an oath, man. You know, to still wear these these aprons and things like that, or be inducted into the group. You know, it's still rooted in a lot of wickedness, and that's what's bothering me, man. And they were in the church with it, man. But you know, it's just sad, man. And you know, the kids don't know better. You know, they grew up in it, not knowing, you know, what's right from wrong, because they think that this is normal. You know. When I shared that post, Rosa Parks, her Freemason, her Eastern Star certificate. You know, this guy right here responded. He said, "Hey, bro, my great grandmother was an Eastern Star." Honestly, bro, I understand why we as a people are under the curses that prove the scriptures are correct, because they was into secret worship of Satan. Crazy, man. Yeah, that's what it is. You mean they what are the scriptures says? They profess him with their mouths, you know, but their heart is far away from him, man. You mean Luciferianism in the church, man. You know, openly. You know, in disguise, wolves in sheep's clothing. Oh man. And we're gonna take a look at right now, First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 1 through 15. And you know, I really want you to take a look at these verses, man. You know, pay attention to what this is saying. You know what I mean? Right here. You know, and let me know what this sounds like. Right here, it says, "In those days went there out of Israel wicked men who persuaded many, saying, 'Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrows.'" You mean? What does that sound like? For since we departed from them, we had much sorrows, man. You know, so this was, but the Greeks and the Romans that was around them at that time. You know what I mean? These guys wanted to join hand in hand with the wicked because they weren't happy under their own people, man. They wanted to be under the heathen nations. They wanted to go make a covenant with them. You know? Oh man. What does that sound like? Remember when Moses got the Israelites into the wilderness, and then they started complaining about, "Oh man, let's go back into the wilderness. Let's go back into Egypt. Let's go back into Egypt. Egypt is destroyed. You guys walked away with all their wealth and their money. What do you want to go back under them for?" That's the same type of spirits back then is out here right now. They loved being under, the oppressors, man. You know, these were coons. These were 2/3, man. Come on, man. Let's keep going. You know. So this device pleased them well. When certain of the people were so forward therein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. The king gave them license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Pretty much he gave them permission, gave them power. Empowered them. You know? So when you go to the heathen nations and the heathen nations empower you, basically what do you got to do? You know? If you make a covenant with the heathen nations, you gotta afflict your own people, man. You gotta deceive them. You gotta you gotta do all manner of wickedness to them. Because you don't like being under them. You see, it says right here, "For since we departed from them, we had much sorrows." They wasn't happy. Leaving the heathen nations, so they wanted to go back and work for them. Oh man, let's keep going, man. whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and they were sold to do mischief, man. All manner of mischief, all manner of wickedness. What does that sound like? Doesn't that sound like Freemasonry to you? I mean, or what these Easter stars and the Prince Hall and them do? Oh man. See, they couldn't take being in captivity, man. You know, when the Most High put that punishment on them. So they wanted to branch off and be above their own people, man. They didn't want to endure. And remember what I said. I mean, I already showed you in the writings of Josephus of what he said. The best men and the most noblest souls, the most noblest warriors of the Most High, they underwent bitter torments and afflictions, man. You mean then to sell out? You read the stories of 2 Maccabees chapter 7 with the woman and her 7 sons. I did a video on that before. How all they had to do was eat a piece of pork, but they chose to die. Every single last one of them. Then to dishonor, dishonor themselves like that. But you see right here, these people right here, they were coons. You know, they didn't want to endure. They didn't. They wanted to go back under, the heathen nations and make a covenant with them. Oh man, come on, man. What does this sound like? They forgot the laws of their forefathers. Their forefathers, man. They said, hey, forget all that. We're gonna do this. And when, like I said, when you make a covenant with the other nations, you know what I mean? Swearing into other secret oaths, what you doing? They're gonna empower you, to afflict your own people, man. And these guys, that's what these guys were doing. They didn't want to they didn't want to do, what the Most High wanted them to do. And that's why these curses are on us. Like the guy was saying I showed you in the comment he made before. He understand why we under these curses. Oh man. Listen. Jeremiah 4:22. For my people is foolish, they have not known me. They are sottish children, and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge. They are wise to do evil, man. They love doing evil, man. But the knowledge of the Most High, they don't know. They don't know His ways. You know what I mean? Let some wickedness arise. They ready to come out and do it. You know what I mean? They ready to cause trouble. You know what I mean? Stir up strife, man. You know what I mean? When it comes to fighting for a noble cause, nah, it ain't. Nope, they don't want to do that. You know what I mean? But when it comes to doing all manner of wickedness, they ready to do it. They down. They're the first ones in line. But nothing. It's never nothing for righteousness, though. You know what I mean? For a noble cause. You know what I mean? Whatever they doing is gonna be. You know what I mean? It's basically gonna be because they sold out to do it. They already sold out. So they gotta do all manner of wickedness when they sell out. Let's see right here. Ecclesiasticus 19:22. The knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom, neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. I already did this, man. I already talked about this. You know what I mean? Like it says in the verse before, they don't know the way of the Most High. I mean, they have no knowledge to do good. The knowledge that they have in these when they join these groups, these Freemason groups, is wickedness. The Most High said the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. That's basically what all it is. Yeah. You mean talking about the wickedness that you did? You mean how you run this person out of town? How you did this? How you did that? How you tortured this person? Laughing behind the scenes. The Most High said the knowledge of all that stuff is not wisdom. You mean, but tell them something about the Most High. You mean that you'll see them start running away. You know what I mean? Because they they really worship the devil. You mean when you start talking about the Lord, then that crap bothers them. They don't want to hear nothing about that. They're strong to do evil, man. I mean, they ready to sell out. You know what I mean? Same thing that was going on back then, same thing going on now. Nothing new under the sun. You know? So, man. These are the people that's highly esteemed. You know, and they love a coon, man. They love somebody that, I mean, that's ready to sell out. They be like, what? You really give your entire nation up for $1 million? You know, you really sell out your entire tribe for $1 million? Oh, they love a coon, man. You know. You really give them up so we could conquer the entire land? Oh, they love a coon, man. And that's basically what those guys were doing, man. Going back to make a covenant with the heathen. You know? Because they were not comfortable, man. They had much sorrows when they left. You know? And that's basically what's going on. I mean, right now we see we under captivity. So you see a lot of these guys, you see them sell out, and you see them, you know, they elevate the heights. You know, stardom. You know, but then they have to enter into these secret oaths. You know, instead of enduring, you know, and waiting until the Most High, reinstates us. You know, they entered into a covenant with the heathen nations, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. All these guys that join these groups, man. It's a covenant with the heathen nations, man. You know, and that's why you got all these people like Rosa Parks and all that. You know what I mean? Martin Luther King, all these guys are just liars leading the people astray. You mean? You know, they give us, I mean, these false idols, man, false leaders. We ain't supposed to have no idols anyway, but like, you know, these false leaders and things like that was already corrupted, man. Harriet Tubman and all of them. You mean? Come on, man. So I'm gonna just end with this, man. Revelation 12:9, and the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world, man. Deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and the angels were cast out with him. So that the whole world, I don't think people pay attention to that really when they read it. The whole world is under deception, man. You know, that's who these guys are working for. I mean, that's why they gotta play the whole deception game and lie. You know. But you know what I mean. Everything is gonna be revealed. I mean, especially when we get to the kingdom, man. I mean, all the real heroes is gonna be, you know what I mean, revealed. You know, just like how Satan honors them here, the Most High is gonna honor his people when we get up there. You know what I mean? And it's going to be on an even greater, grander scale, man. That's going to put these guys to shame. You know what I mean? You know, like I said, Satan gives these guys Oscars and Grammys and things like that. Like the Most High, man, we can't even fathom what he's going to give us, man. All we got to do is hold on, man. You know what I mean? We're not selling out, you know what I mean, just to get on. I want to be last in this kingdom. You know what I mean, I want to be last. I don't want to be first. I don't want to be highly esteemed here. You know what I mean, I'm not striving to be number one, man. I mean, in this kingdom, man. You know, cause that's definitely not what the Most High had, you know what I mean, in store for us here. You know, this joint is gonna fade away. I mean, you know. So all praises to the Most High. I'm gonna end on that. I didn't even think this was gonna be this long. I didn't intend for it to be this long, but I'm gonna cut it right now.